Hey y'all, good morning. So I wanted to walk you through this basically just little document that I'm going to send. It's not perfect. I made it through Claude and there's a typo at the very top. But the basics are right on this version. So I'm going to send it to you. I'm a pen and paper. I need this on my desk to check it off. So I wanted to send this to you in case it's helpful to you. I'm going to be walking you through these tasks every day as we go on the text. And so I'm just giving it to you as a reference point. I want you to be able to do everything on here in less than 45 minutes a day. My goal is 30. So there's a daily task list and then there's weekly tasks. You're going to do everything on your daily task list first and then pick one weekly task that you're going to do for the day. You're checking it off and then you're done. So today, for example, and I'm just going to go in order, but you don't have to go in order. If you have a different schedule or different availability, or you have to be quiet this day, but you could go live another day, do what works for you. But I'm going to go through the daily tasks with you just really quick. So post your stories. The more of your face and voice that they see, the better, but something Bravenly related on your story every day. And I really would encourage you to put something not Bravenly related on your story every day before you're Bravenly, right? So that they're watching it. Because if I see a Bravenly graphic, I'm not clicking on watching that story. But if I see a graphic of your kid or your dog or something that you're doing, I'm going to click it and watch it. And then if the next thing is you talking about Bravenly, I'm still watching, right? So my favorite thing is for you to go on and just make your daily drink or take your daily supplements or whatever. You can be talking about what you're doing that day. You could be talking about your supplements, whatever. But the more of their face and voice that they hear, the better. If you did not have time and you got to work and you're like, I didn't do anything on my stories, go to Telegram, upload the pre-made set for you there, and it's done. Okay. But I don't want that to be like your go-to. I want your go-to to be your voice and your face. Add 5 friends, that's easy. Engage on 10 posts. So you're going to your Facebook, your profile picture at the bottom, 3 lines at the top, go to where it says friends. That's where I want you engaging. Engage on 10 posts. Hey, your kid's so cute. I hope you guys had a great vacation. Just genuine engagement, okay? It's going to bump you up in their algorithm. 3 personal reach outs. So this is where you're going and you're using that list that I had you write. I want you doing only 3 of these a day, reaching out to 3 people on that list a day. And I want those to be personalized because these are people that you know. So I want you to pick up your phone and send Sally a voice text. Hey, Sally, I know that you're good at X, Y, and Z. And I've really been thinking about this. And so I wanted to share Bravenly with you. And here's what it's done for me. Those are not your pre-recorded. Those are your genuine, this is your warm market. I want you doing personalized reach outs to those people. Only 3 a day. It shouldn't take very long. It can be a voice note or not a voice note. I think it's easier and fastest to just do a voice note and just talk genuinely to those people, okay? The next thing on here is 10 volume reach outs. What I mean by that is take your generic reach out. You're doing volume here. You're sending it to 10 people. I don't care if you're going to go through your friends list on Facebook in alphabetical order. I don't care if you are going to go to Instagram and sort them by who followed you first and start in that order, but do something, or you can go in an order so that the next day you can come back and know where you left off and go to the next 10 so you're not missing anybody, okay? So that's what I mean by 10 volume reach outs. You're taking your generic, either your written message with the video at the bottom, with a link to your video at the bottom, and you're sending that, or you're sending your generic voice message. I would encourage you to do kind of a combination, like do some of each every day and see which one gets a better result. Invite 5 people to the Daily Sip, easy. Invite 5 people to the Business Insider, easy. And then the other thing is anytime that you get an order, you get an email. And I want you to make it a habit to immediately, as soon as you see that email come through, maybe you check your email immediately, maybe you don't, but as soon as you see that email come through, you immediately open your phone and you text that customer, hey, thank you so much for your order. I don't care if it's on auto ship and they order every month. Hey, thank you so much for your order. That's it. Easy. Make it a habit. Okay. Those are your daily tasks. That's it. You can do that in probably 15 minutes. Okay. And then your weekly tasks. These are the ones that you're going to pick 1 a day to do, but I'm going to guide you this week through each one. So today, what we're going to do for our weekly task is we are going to schedule 2 weeks worth of business success posts. So what that's going to look like for me, you can do what you want again, but it's your business. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is to go to boards. We're going to open Impact Nation. We're going to go to success stories to share, and we are going to grab handfuls of those. There's a picture. There's all different ones. There's nurses, there's ranchers, there's all different people. Excuse me. And I want you to schedule one of those every other day to post for the next 2 weeks, okay? I will show you an example here in just a second, but that is going to be our daily task that we are doing today. That will be 2 weeks of content done for you. So by the end of this week, like I'm actually doing the first 2 weeks of August. I should have said that. By the end of this week, my first 2 weeks of August, my content will be completely done. And that's what I want for you guys. I am going ahead and doing it for this week too. And so because I'm behind, I usually stay ahead and I'm not ahead right now. I got behind. So I'm doing this week and the first 2 weeks of August. But do what you want to do. I would encourage you to at least do the first 2 weeks of August so that when we get there, that's done and we can do other tasks. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to do the same thing on opposite days with product before and afters. And you can see the rest of the things on the weekly task list, but I will go through one of those a day with you. You can print this out, you can not print it out, have it on your phone, whatever. You should be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, checking each of these every day, and then one of these per week so that by Sunday, all of these are checked. And then the other thing I put on here is just to not hesitate to put me in a 3-way chat, whether it's about products or the business. As soon as somebody expresses interest, if you don't feel comfortable making product recommendations and closing them, then immediately try to do it at the beginning of the conversation. Don't wait until they've given you some objections and then you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with those. Now I'm going to put you in there. Don't do that. Until you feel very comfortable and confident making product recommendations, walking them through the checkout process, talking about business kits, then just immediately when they're interested, say, hey, I'm so glad you're interested in the product. I would love to connect you to Michaela, who is a PA, is also my upline. She's been doing this for a little bit longer than I have. I know that she'll ask you to go ahead and do the product or do the wellness form first, if you don't mind filling that out now, and I will go ahead and introduce you to her in a 3-way. Immediately do it. Don't ask for permission, just do it. Hey, I'm so glad that you're interested in the business. I always think that third-party validation is helpful to have, and my mentor's been doing this for a little bit longer than I have. I'm going to loop her in just so that you have another perspective and more information. Here's Michaela. I'm going to introduce you to her. Whatever. Something like that at the beginning of the conversation. Okay? So hopefully those are helpful. And I'm going to send you this document, and I will also send a separate video just for today of how I'm scheduling the business post.